You're listening to Daily Sip with Marcel, giving you morning moments of insight, laughter, and a little something to stir the soul.
Yeah. Hello, my fellow sippers. Today is September 16th, 2025, and welcome to Daily Sip with Marcel. And today, our cups feel a little heavier, a little quieter, as we pause to remember a legend, Robert Redford, who passed away today in his home in Sundance, Utah, at the age of 89. Mr. Redford died of natural causes. Redford wasn't just a Hollywood star. He was a voice, a presence, and in many ways, a mirror held up to America. From Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid to The Natural and Out of Africa, he gave us stories that stirred our hearts. But it was in 3 Days of the Condor that Redford reminded us of something far deeper, something we can't sip past so easily. In that film, Redford played Joe Turner, a quiet CIA analyst who suddenly finds himself tangled in webs of secrecy and betrayal. The movie came out in 1975 when America was still aching from Watergate, mistrust, and disillusion. And yet, through Turner's eyes and Redford's subtle, steady performance, we were asked a timeless question. What does freedom mean if truth itself can be hidden? That final scene where Turner delivers the story to the press only to be told, "What if they don't print it?" still chills me today. It's a reminder that free speech, free press, and open dialogue are not guarantees. They are responsibilities. And Redford, both on screen and off, spent his life holding up that torch. Through the Sundance Institute and Festival, he gave a platform to voices no one else wanted to hear. He democratized storytelling and proved that the truth doesn't always come from the biggest studio or the loudest speaker, but often from the quiet, persistent whisper that refuses to be silenced. Today, as we sip and reflect, let us honor Robert Redford, not just as an actor, not just as a filmmaker, but as a guardian of free speech, art, and the power of voices, large and small. His legacy reminds us that the truth is only as strong as our willingness to defend it. While one legend departs, life rolls on with its strange, sometimes absurd reminders of fragility.
Now for something to think about.
Grab your mug, take a sip, and let me tell you about a traffic jam that was, well, frankly ridiculous. So here's the deal. On August 1st, right on Interstate 83 near Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania, a tractor trailer decided it had had enough of life's mechanical problems. Instead of pulling over quietly like a well-behaved truck, it slammed into a passenger car, kissed a concrete divider, and in the process, unleashed absolute hot dog Armageddon. Yes, thousands of hot dogs burst free from their trailer prison and rained down across the highway in both directions. Northbound, southbound, every bound. Friends, it was the worst traffic jam in history. Now, the Shrewsbury Fire Company rolled up to the scene and quickly realized they weren't just dealing with a crash. No, they were facing the slippiest, greasiest, most tubular cleanup operation you could imagine. They had to bring in a front-end loader. Yes, like something you'd see moving dirt at a construction site, but instead it was scooping up mountains of rogue hot dogs and dumping them into a truck for disposal. And then came the line of the century from Fire Chief Brad Doberman himself. He said, and I quote, "I can tell you personally, hot dogs are very slippery. I did not know that." Well, Brad, none of us did. Hot dogs, the snack that slides right into summer cookouts, now confirmed to slide right across major highways. The good news is, despite this meat-tastrophe, no first responders were injured, and the cleanup wrapped up without anyone slipping into the world's biggest roadside cookout. Unfortunately, 4 folks in the initial crash were hurt, but thankfully, no serious injuries were reported from the cleanup team. Now I can just imagine it. Drivers sitting in traffic calling work like, "Yeah, boss, I'm going to be late. Why?" Well, there are literally thousands of hot dogs blocking the road. And the boss is like, come on, Dave, at least try to come up with a believable excuse. So, as you head into your day, take this with you. Truth is precious, freedom is fragile, and sometimes the road ahead is covered in hot dogs, sometimes downright slippery. But if firefighters can scoop up a mountain of runaway hot dogs with a front loader and keep moving forward, then so can we. Choose your steps wisely.
Thanks for spending part of your day with me. If today's sip gave you something to think about, smile about, or share, pass it on. Be sure to follow the show so we can keep sipping together. And until next time, I'm Marcel. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for letting me be part of your day. And until next time, keep noticing what makes life taste a little better. And if you're loving this, don't just sip in silence. Follow us, hit the subscribe button, and pour this into someone else's cup. Share it, spread it. Let's wake the world up together, one daily sip at a time.